Let's talk about Jimmy Kimmel, because we were talking about Jimmy Fallon just now, but we can talk about Jimmy
Oh
Kimmel.
no, I
They're
swear
the
to God,
same,
I
dude.
thought
They're
you
the
said Jimmy
same.
Kimmel.
They are the same person.
Same people, same
One
people,
of them's
honestly.
clean shaven, and the other one is kind of more musty. Kimmel's more musty.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't exactly remember correctly, but is one of them coming down, like getting canceled almost for
Uh,
some heat? Like I feel like they.
so yeah,
I
Jimmy
saw.
Jimmy Kimmel got taken off air for like a week, for like
Okay.
4 days, and then a bunch of people canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions to support him. So Disney issued a thing and was like, "We need to bring him back." And then
No
his
way.
return episode set like a record for most views he's gotten in years. And then the second episode back has plummeted to like lower than his views were before.
Holy
So he's falling off again. But he's like apparently he wants to retire and stuff, so he was actually fine with it.
yeah.
And what he said wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It was a
What did
lie.
he get canceled
He
for?
said it's ridiculous to pretend that Charlie Kirk's Assassin is anything other than the same mega group that's like projecting all this stuff and talking about it. Like he's just saying,
Really?
I guess this was before everybody knew that the shooter is dating a like a trans furry or whatever.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
So
you
they
didn't hear
actually
about that
know who the
shit?
shooter is now. I didn't know they found out who the shooter
Oh
was.
yeah, Tyler Robinson. He's been in custody for a while. They got him like the next day or day later, 2 days
Okay,
later.
okay. But is
Yeah.
this actually the shooter
I mean, I don't know, man. Joe Rogan says no,
then?
and that is my. He is my Moses, so whatever he says.
Well, I guess it's true then. If Joe
Yeah.
Rogan said it, it must
No,
be true.
well, there's a lot of theories because the gun, it was like taken apart with a screwdriver, and then they found it in a forest like really close to the school, like the
Oh yeah, I
university.
heard this.
But
Like
it's
he
like
supposedly
took
shot it,
shot it and took it apart
and then walked
in
away,
seconds.
like
Yeah,
dismembered
disassembled it, and it would have taken way longer.
Yeah, yeah, that
But
definitely makes.
at the same time, man, I don't know what anybody gains. Like it was Charlie Kirk, like rest in peace to him, and God bless his family and everything. But he wasn't like a politician yet. He was just a public speaker. I
He
really
did have
don't
he
think
did have sway with
he did have
his
sway. He
well,
made JD Vance get in as vice president. That was his call, which is
and
crazy.
also what wasn't he like hard? Like he was supporting Israel for a bit, and then
Yeah, and then he got
kind of
cool
like
cold with them, and a bunch of shit happened. But man, I really don't think that Israel would kill. If Israel killed him, they would have never found a shooter. It would have just gone.
yeah,
They would have got away
yeah.
with it because they wouldn't risk it. Why would they risk this kid who's probably autistic and is dating a trans furry? He would totally snitch to try to
I
get out of
mean,
it.
yeah,
The kid is probably shitting himself.
yeah. That is the more reasonable.
It's just, and I don't know. He just doesn't scream to me like Mossad double agent. Like I just don't. He doesn't have the skills or the talents or
No, definitely
anything. It
not.
was like his grandpa's rifle. The shot was not that hard to hit from that distance with that sort
No.
of scope.
So
It.
they did tie him to the weapon somehow,
Oh yeah,
or
Prince,
like
Prince.
okay.
Yeah, fingerprints.
Because there was people saying like, oh, it was just like a cover guy. He
Yeah,
just
and
like
then
said,
they
oh,
arrested that old guy though. That old man that got arrested prior,
yeah.
and he ended up
Yeah.
getting booked on like disorderly conduct because right after the shooting, he just kept yelling, "I shot him! I shot him! Now shoot me!"
Yeah,
So he got arrested, and then he like kind of took his pants off. His pants fell down, and he just had like some underwear on with probably some shit stains and stuff. And
that
he,
actually happened.
yeah, like his pants actually came down, but his underwear stayed on. I think it's like it kind of looked to me like he wiggled it loose, like he wanted them to fall down
That's
to
wild.
while he was cuffed and they were trying
Or
to move
just
him.
wanted attention.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, they ended up like going through his phone once they got him to like the station, and they found a bunch of child porn, and so
What?
now he is going to prison for that. Well, not prison. He's he has to go through the process of getting convicted, and everything. So he's probably just in
Two
jail.
super criminals to one crime.
Yeah, bro.
It's wild.
And then there was another guy. I don't know all the details about this, but they had a memorial set up for Charlie Kirk, and this guy came by with the same shirt that the assassin wore and started trampling on it, and then got beat up and arrested. But he was wearing
Wow.
the same shirt, and this shirt, some people theorize it's like a group or whatever. I think it's more likely that this guy's just a fucking loser, and he was trying to copy the assassin and like thought he was cool. I really do think the assassin worked alone in terms of like even his trans girlfriend, boyfriend didn't know.
Okay.
And they were pissed. Like in the text messages that seem very fake, but they released them. In the text messages, they're literally like, "What the fuck? How could you do that? Like you just ruined our lives. What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah, like that.
But
That was one other theory that
yeah,
I've seen been talked about. Is like, why would they release
those texts, and they do
so
seem
much
so
of
fake.
this stuff?
Like
Yeah,
he
and so quickly
constantly
too.
he constantly said car, and there's like body cam footage of him after a car crash, and he keeps saying car and stuff. And people are pointing out that in the text he calls his car a vehicle. But I also think that like, I mean, none of us know how it feels to take a life, and maybe just like the adrenaline and how crazy you're going, you're just, you know, like I feel like you'd be acting different, like so maybe you would say things you normally wouldn't say or whatever.
Probably.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if those texts are real. I do think he is the guy, and I understand people want it to be a conspiracy because they feel like it's not enough justice. I feel like they want it to be like some big scheme. But I think it is just some.
I know, yeah.
I think it's just some loser that thought in his head he was so like mentally ill and had become obsessed with this guy that he didn't even know. And
I mean, yeah, it does happen.
it's like in
It's
his
like,
in his
there's
head
one
he
serial
thought
killer
he had to kill him so that him and his trans girlfriend could be happy together and have their like forever after moment.
There has been, so we've kind of debunked the fake, like,
Charlie
just
Kirk
the
stuff.
paper guy show face for that, but
Yeah.
what, like, there's been people who have analyzed the videos of him.
There's
getting shot
there's a lot of
saying
weird
that,
shit.
like, yeah, there's so much weird stuff, and
Yeah.
like, I don't know if that was the mic clipped to his shirt.
Yeah, I've heard that
But-
theory.
Well, there was a lot of people, including like ex-military, who
Yeah.
were like really analyzing that video, and they were saying like, there's some pretty suspicious stuff there.
Yeah, there's some people that are
Like,
throwing up what appears to be like military code and signs saying like take the shot, mail in, you know, like mail target, like all these things, but at the same time,
I
like
have seen that.
at the same time though, like a lot of these signs are like, you know, scratch your nose and touch your ear, and it's like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know, it could easily
I don't
be.
really believe
I don't think that
shit.
those random guys were in on it because those guys are all like all the pictures and videos I've seen. Those are older guys. I don't think this random 22-year-old from fully like across the state, like he was like 5 hours out is where he lived. Like he didn't live close.
Yeah.
I don't think he had connections to any of these random people.
No, definitely not.
But it is interesting. It is weird. And that one guy right after the shot happens, and anyone who was up close saw, they immediately knew he was dead. Like it was really obvious.
Mhm.
And that did you see that one guy that started celebrating and screaming and like throwing his hands in the air?
I did see that, and there was also another guy who
Like something's wrong with that
like
guy.
jumped. Yeah, no, there is something wrong with that
Like
guy.
how do you hear a
messed
shot
up.
and start celebrating?
Should not be cheering for anyone's death.
No.
It's messed up. But yeah, there was one guy who, like right after the shot happened, he jumped over the table that Charlie Kirk
I
was
did see
sitting
that.
at, and he like, it looks like he grabbed something
It's
and then
like
ran off
what they say
afterwards.
is a camera or something that was showing the back angle.
Mhm.
But then
like,
wasn't there
why-
like
why
something
would
with?
someone do
I think
so
Candace
much
Owens
to
was saying like somebody showed her the footage and it went to the FBI, and I don't think it really showed anything additional from what they were saying.
It's still so suspicious.
It is.
though.
It is really. Like the whole
Like,
thing is
not,
weird.
Not checking on Charlie Kirk at all. Just
And
going up there,
the amount of
swiftly grabbing
people-
something, he knows where it is. He
they did
grabs it.
not properly lock down the scene afterwards. Like people were just in and out touching stuff.
No. Yeah. No one. Yeah. It was.
I mean,
it was
like
terrible.
thank God the stupid kid left the gun behind with his fingerprints and stuff, because everything else was like tainted.
I don't know though. I still like. I still can't just take that at face value.
Hey, I mean, because that's the thing. People. There's so many lies that you never know what's real and what's not.
Exactly. That's the struggle.
And I totally agree. Like, if this was a political figure getting assassinated in 2025, it's totally a conspiracy. I don't know. I mean, if something comes out, I would be like gladly like admit I'm wrong. But I do think from the research I've looked into that it was just some fucking weirdo.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking anyone's side on it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just-
for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll never know. We'll never know probably.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah, exactly.
the unfortunate thing. They'll never, even if they find more out, they probably won't even release it.
Well, I mean, with what they're supposedly releasing nowadays, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you don't know. I mean, and it is, a lot of people said, like, Charlie Kirk was a front runner in the coming years to be a Republican candidate for president. So
Yeah.
there is, like, the element of, like, Bobby Kennedy's assassination, how he got killed while he was on the campaign trail to become president.
Yeah.
And he was
Like,
literally
these-
avenging his dead brother, and then they killed him too because they couldn't have it happening.
These things do change the course
For
of history.
sure.
Like,
And
if
it's-
you were,
It's so much
Yeah,
more
it-
common in other countries, but it does happen in America and
Yeah.
stuff. And
yeah.
so yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility that somebody, I don't know. I mean, you never know. You really don't know. That's the scary thing.
No, it's just so like just all of it is just
Like, at face
absolutely
value,
crazy.
he could have just killed him because he felt he had the wrong take on trans issues and his partner was trans. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you know, he could have been seen as a threat because he would have probably became a politician eventually.
Mhm.
I mean, and that's just, yeah.
Crazy spectrum.
Yeah. And it's like you really don't know.
Yeah.
And probably will not know ever.
Yeah. It's insane.
Like the Charlie Kirk stuff, like that was perfect timing for them. In terms
Yeah.
of they can just be like, yeah, we're gonna execute this guy publicly and fucking chop his ears off and auction them. And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. And it's like just them trying to move on.
That's why I like don't think it was just some like crazy person.
So you think it was people
But,
that were
the
supposed to be
timing was
on his
too good.
side that sacrificed him for the greater good of covering up Epstein? And that, I'm not saying the greater good in my opinion, the greater good in their eyes, because everybody knows that Donald Trump was best friends with this guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. It's just like you said, like, you really just don't know. But,
Yeah.
like, everything is just, like, it's too perfect. It's
Exactly.
lined up way too good for Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah, he did do a speech. It was like an edited speech, though. It looked, like, a lot of people said it was AI. It doesn't look to be AI. I watched it a bunch. It looked to be that he was having a hard time.
It looked a little
Like,
AI.
So at first it did to me, but when you slow it down, you can see where all the cuts are, and it's them cutting together pieces to make a sentence because he seemed like he was struggling
Yeah,
to keep his thoughts in order.
that makes sense.
I mean, this guy's about to be,
So,
dude.
yeah,
This guy's
it's
about to
just
be
a little
80.
Natural, so that's why people are saying it looks like AI.
100%. But he also, like, I mean, dude, he's a fucking pumpkin wearing a suit. Like, the man looks
Yeah.
unnatural regardless, you know? But I understand, yeah, it did look AI. It did look like AI. Oh, he loves me. I love you,
He
Donnie.
definitely doesn't have a small dick either.
No, he definitely doesn't. But anybody who wants to see how small it isn't, just watch South Park and it'll show you.